Hello Virgo, Turquoise Tarot here with your reading for January 2017. A Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season. Just a couple quick announcements. If you're interested in a private reading or would like to contact me, I'm going to post my website with the reading information in the information box below this video. Also, my email address, if you'd like to contact me, will be in that information box below this video as well. If you're interested in the annual overview reading, that has been posted. It's $1.99 to view. It's an hour reading and it touches on romance and love for singles and couples, as well as career and finance and spiritual lessons or things that may come up throughout 2017. So if you're interested, check it out. It's on my YouTube page. Now, this reading for January is going to include, sorry, I can't shuffle today, a reading for single Virgos, a reading for coupled Virgos, and a general overall overview reading. So what else may be coming in? I'm going to start with the general reading and then we'll go into the love readings. One more. Alright, that's better. Card did fall out. We do have the Four of Cups here. So I'm going to set this aside and we'll see how it resonates with the rest of the spread. We have the World card. Ten of Swords. Don't worry. Temperance. Seven of Swords. The Sun, the Eight of Rods, Death, the Empress, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, the bottom of the deck we have Strength. All right, Virgo. So overall messages for January. Well, I do see someone may have tried to be secretive or may have tried to take advantage in some way. They were deceptive or dishonest or trying to get away with something. And I feel like it's maybe a Scorpio because we have the Death card here. And it may, well, can be in regards to a child for some of you. Maybe you're the mother. For some of you, I feel that this is in relation to maybe your mother or a mother-in-law or an aunt or someone that you may view as a mother figure, okay? If you were having difficulty in that relationship, I see that coming to an end this month. I see that relationship healing, okay? And even for those of you who may be having challenges with a Scorpio, I see that there's an ending to this cycle. There's healing coming in. And I feel like there's a message here that you will be receiving or that the other party, whether it's a female that you're dealing with or a Scorpio that you're dealing with, there's a message coming in here about equality or needing to be fair, okay? And in order to have that fairness, there has to be balance. There has to be give and take. There has to be compromise. I'm hearing that as well. The center card of your spread is the Sun. One thing I want to point out is any time you have the Sun come up in a reading, it doesn't matter what the surrounding cards are, because the Sun is so bright, it shines its light on all the other cards. So even if you have some darker cards or cards that can be intimidating, when the Sun comes up in the spread, and especially here where it's in the center, which means that this is the focal point and everything else around it is telling the story of what's the focal point, right? It's saying that no matter what, things are going to turn out fine, that the Sun is going to shine through. And the Sun represents youth, vitality. It's a big yes card in the tarot. Joy, optimism. I want to say success. Okay? So I feel like for some of you, maybe someone was trying to get away with something, and the World card and the Ten of Swords at the top are saying that this is now coming to a completion. And with the Death card here too, whatever this deception is that you've been dealing with, it's coming to an end. The light is shining on this situation, okay? And things are finally, you're reaping the harvest. I feel like there may have been someone around you that wasn't acting appropriately. I'll say it that way. And you've known this. But perhaps you being the Virgo, you've taken the high road, okay? There's going to be an end to this inappropriate behavior. And you're going to reap the rewards of your taking the high ground, you know, taking the high road. I feel like you're going to be rewarded for this. And I feel like this may be something you've gone through for quite some time with this individual or with this situation, because we have the Four of Cups here. And it says to me you've been waiting, like you've been really waiting for things to change or turn around. And I want to say that there was a sense of, I don't want to say hopelessness, but doubt that things could change or that things would change. And the overall energy being that of the Strength card here is saying that you have the strength, and your strength is really shining through this month. It's showing that you've dealt with an emotionally challenging situation, and I want to say a mentally challenging situation or person. And I want to say that also this person might have ignited some frustration for you, some anger even. But this month you're reaping the rewards of your tactful behavior, okay, and your tactful way of handling this situation. And there's a lesson to be learned here for this person that's been deceptive in some way. They're going to understand that this now needs to end, it needs to come to completion, and that healing needs to happen in this relationship. So let's look a little bit more clearly or more in depth on this reading. Excuse me. I want to look at the Seven of Swords first. See what this deception may be about. Well, whoever this is that's being deceptive, you know, and for some of you it can be you, so only you would know. But if some of you feel like you got that, you know, gut instinct kicking in and you're not completely trusting someone around you, It can be the other person. So this person is acting deceptive. They're trying to be deceptive because they feel trapped in some way. They feel like unless they behave this way or act this way, they're not going to get what they want. They may feel trapped by a situation or a circumstance or a person, and they're taking it out on you. Or they feel that by being deceptive and acting inappropriately with you, it's going to get them what they want, okay? But really, what it's going to bring is sorrow, because they're going to understand and realize that this behavior and this lack of honesty is really going to come around to bite them in the butt, okay? And it's causing this misfortune card, which is like the Tower in the Rider-Waite. It's bringing down unstable foundations, okay? So this person has built something upon lies or deceit, dishonesty, or inappropriate behaviors. And because it lacks a solid foundation, it's being torn down, okay? The truth always comes out. That's one of my favorite kind of sayings, is the truth always comes out. You may not find out today, you may not find out tomorrow, but it eventually comes out. You know, the sun shining over this situation and over the Ten of Swords is saying, look, we're shining light on the darkness. We're going to see what is really there, what is hidden. Let me look at this Ten of Swords here. So this may be a situation again that you're dealing with a mother or a mother figure, or you're dealing with a spouse or an ex that you may have children with. Maybe a family situation, a relative or sibling that you have this situation with, or this person is somehow related to you in that fashion. And we're seeing here there's a significant change that has come about. Now this card, the Thief, it's really trying to say that maybe, again, with this Seven of Swords, I'm seeing some kind of deception, like someone was trying to take something from you. Someone was trying to, oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say manipulate a situation, okay? And what we're seeing here with the Ten of Swords is whatever this dynamic is with this relationship, there's a change. But it can also say with the Thief card, either that there's a change, but it's not a positive one, okay? And I don't feel like this negative change is towards you. I feel like it's towards the other person who's learning this lesson of you know, deception, and why it's important to not be so deceptive, okay? I feel like they're just trying, but I honestly feel with this Thief card, there's another meaning to this, meaning an actual thief, you know, someone trying to take something away from you, someone trying to steal. And that's exactly what this guy in the Seven of Swords is doing. He's trying to steal these swords. He's trying to get away. He's going to realize, though, that he's unsuccessful. That's why we have the sorrow and the misfortune card on it. Okay, he's going to be caught in what he's doing. He's not being honest. And what it's saying here with this Love card, I really feel like I'm focused on the angel in this card, and I feel like there's spiritual guidance or guardian angels watching over and protecting and helping you through this challenging time. The Ten of Swords to me in this reading, it's in the past position, and it's also a 10, so it signifies to me this is an ending, especially because it's next to the World card. There's an ending to this mischief. There's an ending to this malicious behavior, okay? This card is also signifying to stay on the high road, okay, and do things with pure intent, with good love, and that's hard to do sometimes. Again, I feel like this person has ignited some frustrations in you, some anger. That's when you just need to step away. You just need to breathe. Give yourself as much time as necessary. Don't respond immediately. Give yourself the space that you need okay? And I feel like you've been doing that, but you need to continue to do that because it helps you to be more objective and handle the situation appropriately. And that's what's going to win you out at the end of the day. Now, let's look at the Sun card here. So I think what's going to happen is regarding this relationship with whomever this may be, they're going to be exposed for what they're doing. And here you are being the true, honest, you know, good intending person that you are. And what this is going to do is it's going to cause a reevaluation for whatever agreement or contract, if this is in a business sense. But on a relationship level, this card can signify that it's going to show, hey, you haven't been fair and honest in this partnership or in this sibling dynamic or in this mother-daughter relationship. You know, you haven't treated me appropriately. It's going to bring all this to light, and it's going to reflect a change in this relationship or in this dynamic. But I feel like it's a positive one because, again, this is coming up on the Sun, and we also have Temperance here. So I do see positivity coming in for you. There's a shift in this relationship. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcanas out of a 9-card spread. Well, we'll say 10 with the Strength card. But you know, majority of it is major arcana cards. So it's like this is meant to come to a close. Whatever this conflict or this situation is, it's meant to come to a close now. This is maybe, you know, for the new year, we always want to start something new, and we don't want to have to, you know, worry about stuff that happened last year. And I feel like this is the month in January where you finally shed whatever hardships in relationships that you've been dealing with, and it's dealt with appropriately. Okay, we do have the scale here on this 6 of Pentacles, which talks about balance and equality and equal give and take. So things are going to be just, and things are going to be fair. You just honestly have to keep doing what you're doing, okay, and don't jump in out of emotion or whatever. There's going to be a lesson here to be learned by this person who's not being honest with you. And it's going to come out in the month of January. And I feel like it's going to be a monumental shift for you and this other person and the dynamic of your relationship. Okay? So that's what I have for the general reading. I'm going to go ahead and look at single Virgos for January. We have the Hanged Man, the Fool, Judgment, 3 major arcana in a row. Ooh, Temperance. Wow, guys. The World. Wow. Oh my gosh, the Lovers. This is insane. I've never had this happen before. 6 of Pentacles. I was going to say, if we keep going like this, I don't know. The Empress and the King of Swords. At the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so single Virgos. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcana cards out of 10 cards. That is insane. The only cards not major arcana are the 6 of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Well, I'll just say this. We're going to see some changes in January when it comes to love, romance, potential for romance, and relationships. Let's see. So I see a male, or it can be a female, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And if they are not one of those signs, then of course, as I always say, they embody the characteristics of that sign. King of Swords being a man who may be an authority, maybe a boss, maybe someone who owns his own business. He can be an accountant, or someone who is maybe even a mathematician, someone who's good with numbers, someone who is about facts. He's very kind of cuts to the chase. He's an analytical man, so he enjoys good conversation, and he is a good conversationalist himself. Him or herself, okay? I see that the Hermit here is saying that you are presently single, and I feel like you're being patient and waiting on love. There's something here about, in the beginning of the month, changing your perspective of yourself or making a sacrifice of some kind. Whichever applies to you, whatever it is that you have to do, it's bringing in healing for you, and it's causing you to be more nurturing and caring towards yourself. So I'm getting a feeling for some of you it's regarding health, or it's regarding making changes about how you handle things on an emotional level, or taking care of yourself more physically or spiritually. Excuse me. And for some of you, this is about letting go of past hurt, past regret, past pain, and healing those wounds so that you can be more caring and more nurturing to yourself. And when you do that, you become like the Fool, in a sense. Now, one thing I like to point out about the Fool, you see his pack that he's carrying, it's very light. He's only taking the necessities. He's not carrying a bunch of heavy stuff on his back, even though he's going on quite the journey, okay? He has to travel through all the major arcana cards. He's only carrying what he feels is absolutely necessary. But he is carrying this rose, which represents innocence. It represents purity. So when we're in a state of innocence and purity, it's when we're not carrying negative emotions or negative vibrations, okay? So this month, and early in the month, it's going to be about shedding old skin, shedding old way of doing things, and being positive and optimistic about the new direction in which you're taking your love life, or in the new direction in which life is leading you. Because honestly, with all these major arcana cards, I feel it's more you being led than you leading it. If that makes sense. So we see something here about you starting out single with the Fool. There's a completion to this cycle, and this card also represents victory, the World card. And the Empress is a mother, so, or a wife. So I feel like it's coming from young, innocent singlehood into wife, mother, possible marriage. And the World card in the center here is talking about a completed cycle or phase, an ending to this singlehood. Now I want to say, with all these major arcana cards, I don't feel honestly that all of this is going to transpire just in the month of January. But I do feel strongly that you'll meet someone in January, and that initial spark begins with another individual, okay? But I feel like this certainly is someone that is going to be very significant in your life, and someone that there is long-term potential there for, okay? I see beautiful cards here surrounding this love and this interest. So I see here this is going to be a relationship where there's great give and take. This is someone that also helps you heal emotionally. This is a relationship that's very spiritually blessed, because we have two angels here with the Judgment and the Judgment card and the Lovers card. This is a rebirth for you. This is going to be a relationship unlike past relationships that you've had. Okay, this is going to be one where there's significant emotional connection. And I want to say for some of you, this can be with someone that may be coming in from overseas, maybe someone that's moving. I want to say this is someone from another country. I'm getting strongly it's someone from a different culture, different background, different ethnicity, different upbringing, but it's someone that you wouldn't typically date, okay? Or maybe it's someone from a different culture that you've never dated before, or a different ethnicity, okay? This is beautiful, guys, because this is really talking about, this is meant to happen. Oh my gosh, actually, we have 3 angels. I'm sorry. We have also an angel with temperance. So we have 3 angels, and 3 signifies to me a blessing, because when I think of the number 3, I think of the Holy Trinity. I think of threes have always meant blessings to me. They've always meant something of a highly spiritual nature. So with 3 angels here, this signifies to me this is meant to be. This is something that, yes, you're being spiritually guided. You have angels guiding you down this path to meet this right partner. Let me look a little bit more at this, and we'll look with the King of Swords first. Let me pull some more signifiers on that, because I need to understand what this... Sorry, guys. Sometimes when you pull these cards, it's like, I don't get what this is saying. With the King of Swords, we have the gift, the card of the gift, which is meaning this is a blessing, a spiritual blessing, which I've already said. We have an angel in this card too. I don't know if you see it, but the angel is standing next to this overflowing amount of jewels and blessings. So this angel here is signifying this is a blessing. We have the misfortune card and the foe card, and I'm getting an impression that what this is saying is you're no longer in a place where you're maybe being negative or doubting or pessimistic about love. This is going to shake the foundations of what you understand or perceive love to be. With the misfortune card, this can also just simply represent the Tower. Now, all tarot cards are neutral. They could be good or bad. You know, they could have good or bad indications depending on what's around them. And I feel like with these other cards that I've pulled, what it's really telling me is it's shaking the foundations of what has been, and you're coming out of a place of singlehood and enjoying, having joy and happiness come into your life. This card also represents having faith and hope. So we're coming out of a place where we're feeling negative and pessimistic into a place of hopeful and optimistic regarding love and relationships. Okay? Let me look at the Hanged Man at the beginning of the reading. Something about a new perception, maybe a new perception about dating outside of what you're normally used to dating, or it can be, you know, letting go of past hurt or pain to open yourself up to new love. Okay, I know what this is saying to me now. It's saying just when you've given up on meeting that one, just when you've given up on the hope of being happily settled down or having that committed relationship, and you're single, you're more focused on maybe money or finance at the beginning of the month and building your material wealth, that's when it comes in. And doesn't it always work that way? It's always when you least expect it or when you're least desiring something, that's when it happens. That makes sense to me. Let me look at the Hermit here as the overall energy. This talks about singlehood, talks about introspection, but I want to see what additional messages may be coming in for this Hermit. you're saying goodbye and you're letting go to a time when you maybe felt emotionally trapped, or as if you'll never find the right partner. You maybe put a lot of thought and consideration into, why haven't I met that right partner? And I feel like you may have been hard or negative on yourself. Maybe you've been kind of like a recluse, and you haven't really spent time with friends or family, or been out of the house. Now this month honestly is a good time, so if you get any invites or you make your own, you get out there, because there's an ending to this cycle for you. We see that with the center card being the World card. Okay, beautiful cards, guys. Let me move on to couples. So let's see what's coming in for coupled Virgos. Give me just a second here. Oh, sorry, I gotta fix something on my computer really quick. If it'll let me. I don't want the camera to... There we go. All right. Okay. So, coupled Virgos. What's coming in January 2017? We have the Eight of Cups, the Lovers, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. In just a moment. Underneath, we have the Four of Swords as the overall energy. Okay, guys. So, first we have two fives in this reading, and that's signifying to me that there's some conflict, okay? Maybe small quarrels. I feel like someone in this relationship is feeling unheard or unappreciated. This has to do, I feel, with money, and I feel like maybe it's due to after the holidays and spending and whatnot, but I think you're really focused on getting back on your feet financially. And you may feel like your partner isn't really helping out, or that they're being frivolous with money, or they're not really as concerned as you are about getting your finances back in order. There may be a need for more collaboration or working together to get things back to norm, right? And even though this is a financial situation, you're highly emotional about it, and I can see why. I'm a Virgo sun myself, so I know when my finances are out of whack, I'm out of whack. And yeah, it does affect me emotionally, because I need that stability. I need to know that I have money in the bank, and it's not about being materialistic or anything of the kind. It's just a sense of security, you know, it's just knowing that is there. So I completely understand that. Now the center card is the Ace of Pentacles, and then the outcome card is the Three of Pentacles, okay? So I have a strong feeling that by the middle to the end of the month, things are going to work out, okay? So don't over worry yourself, don't overanalyze. Know that everything is going to work out fine, okay? But it may require you to spend more time in the month of January indoors, or not spending as much, finding free activities to enjoy, like depending on where you live, hiking, snow, sledding, snowboarding, doing things that aren't too expensive to preoccupy your time. I feel like some of you are feeling really tired this month too, though. Kind of worn down. But I do see some bickering about finances, and you worried about how are we going to pay everything. Just know it's all going to work out, and in the end, you two are going to come together and come to a resolution that works for both of you, that creates more financial prosperity and abundance for your household and for you as a couple. Let me look at the Five of Pentacles here. Yeah. So Five of Pentacles can talk about, financially struggling, but it also talks about feeling left out in the cold, as if you can't communicate openly. And that's what I'm getting with that card. It looks like you're kind of keeping quiet with a lover. You see this priest, he's single, he's on his own. So I feel like you're feeling like everything's on your shoulders and your partner isn't really helping. But it's saying here with the outcome card that there's a conversation that will be had and that needs to be had between you and your partner. So instead of shutting each other out because you're worried about having more conflict and fighting, there needs to be open dialogue, there needs to be communication, but it needs to be honest and respectful from both your point and your partner's. Let me look at the Ace of Pentacles in the center here. So I feel like there's an opportunity that maybe you've been wanting or desiring and it hasn't came in as of yet. This is the month when it's coming in for you. It's something you've been waiting for. It's a new maybe work opportunity, or maybe it's your partner who has a new work opportunity. They're getting a promotion, you're getting a promotion, you're getting some type of business deal that's finally coming in, and I feel like that's going to help you negotiate, or I'm sorry, collaborate, I want to say, with your partner more and work out whatever financial difficulties you're facing. Let me look at the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah, so it's saying here with these three cards, yes, this is a highly sensitive situation. It's going to require, with this collaboration or this coming together, working together, it's going to require a new form of contract or agreement between the two of you. But because there's loyalty and faithfulness in this relationship, you're going to be able to see yourself through this financial difficulty. I also want to say, for some of you, what this is saying is maybe your partner or you have been waiting for a job offer, or maybe you've been struggling to find work and it's affected your family life, it's affected, your finances and your household. This is the month in which they're going to get an offer. Okay, there's going to be a job offer that comes in, and it's going to ease the financial difficulties. Someone is going to acknowledge their work. And I feel like this is for someone who maybe they've been out of work for some time, It doesn't have to be too long, can be like a month or two, but when you are depending on your check to pay your bills, that can be a long time. Yeah, so some of you have been out of work, but something you're highly desiring is coming in with the pleasure seekers, and it's ending this melancholy state. It's going to bring about an ability to build new, solid, stronger foundations with a new employer. For some of you, what this is saying on the Four of Swords is you need to take a rest. Maybe when you're arguing with your partner over finances, you're saying things that you don't really mean. You're saying it out of anger, and it's causing, you know, sadness for you and your partner. It's creating that barrier to communicate, and there needs to be a change in how you communicate. And you also need to, you know, just communicate in general, because it looks like in the first part of the month, towards the middle of the month, you're not really communicating your true feelings, but there may be some bickering and back and forth about finances, rather than just saying, okay, let's not blame each other and let's figure out how we're going to fix this. I'm sorry about that, guys. But that's all I have for you guys for this month. I hope you enjoyed January, and I will be back in February. Have a great month. Bye.